Hi guys, Lee here from Trading College. On this video we're going to look at the small cap companies. We're going to dive into the Russell 2000 index and see whether it's a good time to start investing in small caps. Let's dive into the charts. Okay, so here we are on the Russell 2000. Now the Russell 2000 is the index where 2000 small cap stocks sit, okay? And it's been on a blistering uptrend. It really has. We had the big COVID sell-off down at 1000 and it's completely reversed all the way up to 2147. So really the question is, you may well have missed this whole move, and is it a good time now to start to get into the small caps? So I need to do some more analysis and sort of go up to bigger time frames and just see where we really are here. And you've got to make a decision. Do you buy the highs or do you wait for a pullback? And when I say buy the highs, do you wait for this market to have some more of a retracement? Now, let's get rid of this fib extension tool, which we often use for targets. But you can see here, we've got a pro trend system buy on the monthly. We hit first target here, and now we're hitting 2144. In fact, we're right at it as we speak. So for me, and I'm not suggesting that you go out and buy anything here, but I think we're a little bit overcooked in the short term. We could certainly go even higher here, but it feels like it's reaching a bit of a peak. And only am I saying this because of the chart. And I'm only saying this because we've reached the pro trend system target number 2 here. So be really careful that, we've had an incredible move higher on the daily chart as well. And it could still push higher. So that's why you need to have a stop in place if you're looking to short this. And a short position would be a high risk, I think, trade at the moment. But alongside that, you've got to make a decision. Are you buying these highs? Now, ProTrend System had a buy about 5 or 6 days ago, and it's continuing to push higher. Is there good value in small caps? I'm not quite sure. For me, I get the chills when I'm buying a market that's had wave after buy signal, and then we're like right here. Have you ever bought the top of the market? Well, it may well be the top of the market right here. It may not. Now we're standing in front of a new president talking about his stimulus package tonight in the US. Will that change things? Well, I don't really know. I'm just going to be looking at the chart, and there's no doubt about it. Small caps have been incredible. Now, another indicator that I'm seeing that is of interest is lots of my friends are starting to talk about getting into small caps. Is that what we call the taxi driver trade, where they're the last people to get into the market? And that's no disrespect to taxi drivers, because we all need them. But you've got to make a calculated risk here. I mean, is this a good time to invest and go? I think individual stocks will be fine. You get some really individual stocks here. But I'm just looking at this. I'm standing away. I'm not getting FOMO whatsoever, because I think FOMO will, creep into it here, that this market continues to drive higher. The other markets like the Dow Jones creeping higher, but really slowly sort of pushing up here. There's no acceleration today. It may happen tonight that we should, and we probably will do, get a break up to 31,491. There's certainly no short signal here. And if you take a little look at the S&P 500, same really as the Dow, we've got white PTS, and it's white basically means there's no volume in it. It's probably waiting for the president tonight to, or the new president tonight to come out with the new stimulus package. But we're sort of struggling as well on the S&P. It feels like we're sort of in a holding pattern with the mainstream markets and the Nasdaq. And we've got a trend predictor setting up. A trend predictor is a red arrow saying that we're vulnerable for a day down, at least in this marketplace. But it's still making higher highs and higher lows and nice pro trend system buys. So there's more upside, I think, to have. And here's the German DAX. We're struggling to get through that trend line, but we've still got a green pro trend system that tells us that more buyers are still in control of this market. So I have got a bit of a chill. I do feel that if I'm going to go and buy the Russell, that I'm going to do it with smaller position size, because I feel the risk is greater now because it's so high up, it's coming into targets. I don't want to buy the highs. I don't want to be the last one into this swing trade on the Russell. If I buy today and it collapses and drops tomorrow, it will drop, it will have a pullback, it will go back down. I don't want to be, at the time I place that trade. So I think very careful where we are at the moment. There's things that I'm looking at that I think have got better value. And if we go into a market here that I am looking at, the cannabis market, I'm long this market. You've got to look at this on the weekly, guys. This is the cannabis market. If you see this big rounded bottom, right? And don't have much data for the cannabis market. And then we got this new buy here. Nice pullback, nice green PTS. Now we're getting momentum. I'm not suggesting you buy this market whatsoever. I'm not giving you any advice. I'm just saying that I think I'm in this, and I think for a longer term trade, it could well be a really nice, market to look at. So make sure you do your due diligence with the cannabis index. You can spread bet it as well in a spread betting account. And then you look at things like, gold as well, and you think, oh, gold, hang on a minute, what's going on with gold? That's not pretty, is it? But gold's hanging on here. If we start breaking through this support area on gold, which is 1871, we can start to see a much deeper downside, 1756. All right. Oh, just one other thing for you, guys. Had a gentleman today ask me to do a video of how to place a trade, because he's completely brand new to trading, never spread betted the markets before, or placed any trades before, more like an investor. Can I show him how to place a trade? And of course I can. Let's go into the broker and let's tear off the ticket. So you get a broker, you get a ticket here. This is the ticket, and in fact, let's go to the market that ticket relates to. Otherwise, it is interesting indeed. So if I go in here, with spread betting account, you're doing £1 per point. Okay, so here's £1 per point. One thing that catches a lot of people out is that you don't have to do increments of one in a pounds per point spread betting account. You can do £1.50 if you want, or £1.24. You can break it up like that if you want to. So if I'm spread betting the markets, I go long, I put my size in, I go buy or I go sell. Buy, I want to go long. Sell, I want to short a new open trade. Down below here is my stop distance. If I put a 100-point stop in, that means I've got a risk of £100. Here's my margin requirement. I need that deposit in the account to be able to place the trade. Here's my limit, 200 points, pips if you're using FX. Okay, points and pips, doesn't matter. But if I'm going to short the market, I will click sell. If I'm going to buy the market, I will click buy the market. All right. So what I'm going to do, I just put a. So what is something that people get a little bit confused with, what catches people out, is shorting. It's really simple. If I want to open a new trade, and I think the euro is going to go down, the euro dollar's got a red PTS sell signal, I just go like this, ready? So I click sell to open, and now I'm short the euro dollar. Okay, so now if I go to my broker and get my open positions, tear off the ticket. Okay, so there's that trade I just did. I'm now, because of the spread and maybe a little bit of a bounce here on the euro, I'm losing £2.60, £2.70. But to buy back this market, if I want to cover this trade or get out of this short trade, I just click buy. Okay, so then now, whatever the difference is from the open to the exit is my profit or my loss. Okay, that's short in the market, and that's how you place a trade. You can also place trades through the chart as well if you really wanted to do that, which is good as well. All right, so that's how you place a trade. How to put a trade on in a spread betting account. You just go and get the market, go to the market, either go long or go short. Of course, your strategy will determine your stop loss distance, and away you go. All right. Have a great weekend, guys. Speak to you soon. Take care.